For the weekend of July 11th through the 13th of 2025, NASCAR is at Sonoma Raceway. This weekend is the Cup Series Toyota Save Mart 350 and the Xfinity Series Pit Boss Food Max 250. The Truck Series is off for 2 more weeks. Last Saturday in the Xfinity Series, the Loop 110 at Chicago, Shane Van Gisbergen would take the victory for the second year in a row. Connor Zilisch second and Sheldon Creed third. Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, and Sam Mayer are your top 3 in the regular season standings. Justin Allgaier, Austin Hill, and Connor Zilisch are your top 3 in the playoff standings. Last Sunday in the Cup Series Grant Park 165 Chicago Street Race, Cody Ware would wreck hard into the tire barrier. NASCAR decided to wait for the white flag and then threw out the caution. Shane Van Gisbergen held off a fast-charging Tyler Reddick for the win under caution. Tyler Reddick second and Ty Gibbs third. William Byron, Chase Elliott, and Kyle Larson are your top 3 in the regular season standings. Kyle Larson, Denny Hamlin, and Christopher Bell are the top 3 in the playoff standings. The in-season tournament has been very interesting. Ty Gibbs is the highest remaining seed left. He is currently 19th in both the playoff and regular season standings. Good luck to all the drivers who are left. Xfinity practice is on Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, and qualifying is at 5:10 p.m. Eastern Time on the CW app. Cup practice is on Saturday at 1:35 p.m. Eastern Time, and qualifying is at 2:40 p.m. Eastern Time on True TV. The Xfinity race Pit Boss Food Max 250 is at 4:30 p.m. Eastern Time on the CW. The final event of the weekend is on Sunday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Time, which is the Cup Series Toyota Save Mart 350 on TNT. The weather should not be an issue this weekend with highs in the mid to high 70s forecasted for all 3 days with clear skies. In the 2024 Xfinity race at Sonoma, Shane Van Gisbergen would lead a race-high 32 laps for the victory. Sheldon Creed second and Sam Mayer third. In the 2025 Xfinity Series Pit Boss Food Max 250, Sheldon Creed is my pick to win. Coming in second in last year's race and finishing third last week in Chicago is why he is my pick to win. I do think he can win this weekend. I just want to see someone challenge Shane Van Gisbergen and Connor Zilisch this weekend, and I think Creed is the driver who can do that. Connor Zilisch is my first wild card. The results speak for themselves. He already has 2 wins on the roads in his short Xfinity career. He was also the runner-up last week in Chicago. He will be in the mix for the win on Saturday. I was hoping this driver would take the Xfinity weekend off, but Shane Van Gisbergen showed up on the entry list. He has to be a wild card as the defending champion, and it will be interesting to see if he can win 3 total races in a row and back-to-back at Sonoma. Last year, in the Cup Series Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma, Kyle Larson led 19 laps to get his second win at this track. Michael McDowell was second, and Chris Buescher third. In the 2025 Toyota Save Mart 350 at Sonoma, Michael McDowell is my pick for the win. Had it not been for a stuck throttle at Chicago last Sunday, he would have won in my opinion. At that point, McDowell had led all 31 laps. He was the dominant driver on the day. He is also the runner-up from last year's race. If he can get the speed he had last weekend, it will be hard for anyone else to win. Shane Van Gisbergen is my first wild card. He will be going for another weekend sweep and 4 straight wins if all things go right for him in Saturday's Xfinity race. Nothing more needs to be said about him except that he is really good on this type of track. Final wild card is Tyler Reddick. If NASCAR had thrown the caution and the race went to overtime in Chicago, I believe Reddick would have won. On the final laps, Reddick had more speed than anyone else on the track. He got the fastest lap recorded on lap 71 of 75 for the race. I really do think that Chicago was a turning point in the season for his team. Hopefully that success continues this weekend. Let me know who you think will win in any of the races this weekend. And as always, thanks for watching.